And she did. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. We are back once more again. Oh, get ready, get ready, get ready. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, yeah, it's me. It's your boy, the Louisiana country boy, along with my magnificent, wonderful, intelligently smart, beautiful, charming
What does
co-host,
he want from me?
the little diva. Like she is back. She is back. She is, as they say in the country, she's back in the saddle again. She is back. She is back. It is
Yeah,
glad
they
to
kicked me out. They kicked me out some kind of way.
have. We are back. Thank you, each and every one. Hello, little diva. It seems like it's been years since I've seen you. How you doing?
I am doing very good, y'all. I'm doing very, very good.
Well, that's good. Don't stop there.
How are you doing?
I'm doing excellent. I'm girl. I'm,
Did you
as,
have
as
any
they say, as they say, I'm riding high on the hog. Okay.
Did you have any incidents over the weekend? Any thing you need to report on?
Um,
Good
let's
or
see
bad?
here. I look. I can say this. Look, I'm yeah, yes and no. Just kind of funny in my own self.
Uh-huh.
I laughed at myself. No, I went out of town this weekend. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and here's something I will say that I've learned with going out of town with having a child. Um, you know, they don't make it very family friendly in places for they used to have like family restrooms.
Mm-hmm.
And if you think
Well,
about
Bucky's always has a family restroom.
I ain't no Buckets where I go at. Ain't no
Ain't no Bucky's where you go between Texas and Louisiana.
ain't no Buckets.
Not true. You didn't
Tell
want
me,
to stop with that baby to
ain't no
Bucky's.
Buckies. There is look,
Really?
there is no Buckies. I ain't gotta lie about Buckies.
Which direction you go to
I
Louisiana?
go 59 North. Ain't no Buckies.
We stop at Bucky's going to Louisiana.
Who?
I-10. You know how often I went to Louisiana with you?
Okay. Listen.
Okay.
Louisiana is more than I-10. Okay, I don't live I-10. Okay, I don't live east. I live north. Okay.
Gotcha. Okay. I just can't believe there's no Bucky's. I'm just
Ain't no
very shocked.
Buckies. And you know, and I thought about that. Now I will say that the places I did stop, I would like, you know, if it was a restaurant, I'd get like the waitress and I'd be like, hey, can you know, but there is like no place, especially if you're traveling, if you're a father traveling with your daughter, what do you do? That's a question. What do you do?
I would have to ask Dietrich because he used to take. I would have to ask him, but no, he never really traveled out of town with the kids. But I don't know what he did when he was like in Houston and he went somewhere with the kids. I think he may have waited to a certain time that they were age to take him those kind of places. Because I personally wouldn't trust taking someone in my kid. I know sometimes you have to resort to that, but somebody I wouldn't know, I still wouldn't let them take them into the restroom. But I know that at that point, what can you do versus send them in?
But yeah, I just thought about that, you know, and there's like a lot of it. They used to have like what they call it, the family.
What about Loves? You didn't pass the Loves?
I ain't had nowhere that had nothing other than they said men and women.
And women. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that other than that, you know, it was a wonderful trip. Enjoyed it. There were no incidents. Was there? I just didn't get my child wasn't ready to come back. She did everything.
I don't blame your child. I wouldn't have been ready to come back either.
She did everything in her power to stay longer. Everything. I was like, okay, it's time to go. We got to go because we got to get on the road. She was like, well, I'm hungry.
Well, we'll eat on the road.
Girl, we got.
I mean, that's what I would have said.
Yeah, we got to go. This is not a 20-minute ride, okay? And you ain't finna help me drive. So
yeah.
But no, it was really good. It was I was just saying earlier, the greatest blessing was to one that she was the one that wanted to go to the woods. And the other one was just watching her just enjoy it. I mean, just enjoy it. I mean, just be free and just run and just play in the dirt and play in this. If none of us have ever taken the opportunity just to watch our children enjoy the joy that comes from watching them have fun, it is a whole different level. So that's what for me. That's for me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a thought, country boy. About we still got our old sign up there. But anyway, we're not talking about that today, y'all. Since recognition is not just for the room you're in. That's not what we're doing today. But that is definitely a good thought. You know, what do men do when that happens?
And I know some ladies, I mean, like I know women will take their son, you know, if they have, but
yeah, but it would be different to take a baby girl into a men's. Yeah, that would
right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Creepy.
Right.
It would be creepy, but I don't even like women bringing they sons in there. But I mean, you know, I'm weird. So yeah, that's definitely something I have to ask around what people do. I'm sure they probably get ladies, but some of them just don't probably take their kids like traveling like that. But even if you're here in Houston, you know, still,
even if you're here, what do you do?
Mm-hmm. Yep. That means you need to find your wife.
Yeah. Okay. Well, all right. So, how was your weekend?
Boy, they women be after you. They be after you too. Who is that? Do y'all? They done finally stopped asking us, are we married? Because I guess because we don't go that many places no more. You done kick me to the curb. They don't ask me, are we married? They used to ask y'all. If y'all didn't know, they used to ask, are we married? Are we dating? They thought no, they didn't even ask. They just assumed that we were married. That used to be really funny.
Wow.
Let me see.
What you got, child? What you got? Oh. Wait, did you put it ace deuce?
I put it ace deuce. So, but you know what? I don't like to wear hats with my glasses because it does things. But you know, it might cover that. No, it don't. Let me see. Something did happen this weekend. A few things, but on the side, I'm gonna be on the side of the business owner first.
Okay.
Got 2 things. I really want women to stop putting things in their breasts and giving them to me.
Do what?
I want women to stop putting things in their breasts and handing them to me. I don't want your money, your sweaty breast money. I don't want it. I don't want it. And if you're going to give it to me or anybody at the door, can y'all pull it out outside and we don't know it? Like, that's so gross to me. And it's so 1930 to me. I mean, the other day, I swear, I almost asked this lady, she pulled out a wallet out of her chest. And I'm like, ain't that uncomfortable? I don't even want a bra on. How the hell you have a bra and a wallet stuck up in it?
Okay. Ain't got to worry about getting robbed.
Yes, you do. They know where it is. They can grab. Why you think they can't get robbed like that? Hell, men already perverts. They want to feel well.
Hey.
I said men and women. Men and women already perverts. They'll stick their hand down there. It ain't nothing there. So definitely will stick down there and grab the stuff out your bosom, as my grandmama used to say. My thing is, it's gross, y'all, and it be wet. Don't you know you sweat here? And you take that funky little money that's wet, and then you had a nerve to uncrinkle it and hand it to me.
Well, it is already one of the most germiest things. It is the germiest thing in America.
It is the germiest thing, but it's even germier over the germ when you have it in your bosom and you have to hand it to me.
Yeah.
And so I tried this a long time ago. One time I posted that. Y'all, please quit giving people your money at the door, at the cashier, your money out. And someone came back and said, well, you need to wear gloves. Why I got to wear gloves? You got your money stuck somewhere and giving it to somebody else. I shouldn't have to wear the gloves. Anyway, yeah, that is such a, And so I try to do this thing where I do this to it, and I let them see me washing my hands, and I let them see. They don't give a damn. They don't give a damn. They still put that sweaty breast money out to hand me, and it's just it's gross. So can y'all work on that? It is 2025. We done been through COVID and everything else. Can y'all please stop put, or just don't let me know you put? And Country Boy, they be digging all the way down in it. And I said I'm gonna do it. Remember, I've been saying I'm gonna do a video of how people come to the door and all they got. They be bringing a big old suitcase and sit them and dig in it. And then where do you go to where you walk in the door where you're supposed to pay? Say, oh, hold on a minute, I gotta go to the restroom and do it. I'll come back and pay you. Where do you do that? A man came in yet last night and said, oh, I'm not coming in. I just used the restroom. I said, sir, we don't do that. This is not a public restroom. He says, yeah, I just got to go. I said, well, I will charge you half price. Give me $5 because you're coming inside the venue. So he go to the restroom, come, well, can I have my $5? No. You are in the venue. You are partaking of the venue isms that's here. Hey,
that man
$5.
He wasn't trying to.
He went and started dancing on the dance floor. So you really owe me $5 more now because you done stayed and partake.
Hey, he said that you kidnapped him for $5, so he wasn't finna leave.
So when he came back over there, he said, well, what's your name? My name is Trina. Don't be trying to be nice. Well, you a cute little, you really owe me $4 or $5 more. You know that because you partook of the entertainment that you come into the club to do.
He said if you gave him his $5 back, he'd left.
I almost said some country, but I shouldn't say on this show what I wanted to tell you. Then you try to flirt with me. Go away, because why would I even want you flirting with me when you didn't want to pay $10 to come in here? So you lied.
He wasn't coming in. He had to use the bathroom.
No, that ain't what he had to do. He thought he was gonna go to the restroom and do what some of them do. Go to the restroom and slide on around, and next thing you know, they in that partying on the dance floor and ain't paid a dime because they was going to the restroom. No, not on my watch. But that's so. Those were the things that happened on me on the side of the business. But on the opposite side, I was trying to think something like something good happened to me this weekend, but I don't remember because now I got into that soapbox, so I'm gonna let it go. But just customers, consumers, patrons, people, women, be respectful. Be respectful that we don't want your breast money.
Hey, look here.
No, we want the money.
Hey, my co-host don't want your breast money, but I'm telling y'all can come tip Country Boy. Bring it to me. I don't care where you. Hey, I'll put up a tip jar. Y'all give it to me.
Well, you know what? If I had a tip jar, if I had a place for him to drop that damn money in, I'd drop it and say, here, Rudy, here your breast money. And all the sweat. And all the breasts and all the
you can bring all the sweaty ones.
You know what? And to be honest with you, not is it just gross, it's just tacky. It's just tacky to me. And I know I've seen people that I know that I was very shocked when they reached down into their thing and pulled things out. I was like, oh my God, she does that too. Right. Okay, so off my soapbox about breast, I keep want to say breast milk, breast money. So I'll leave that alone. On to the next.
Well, that's that. I agree. Sometimes you can be a little bit more respectful when you're going, and you don't have to. Hey, I guess these are the times. Such a time. What they say. Such a time as these. Such a time as these.
But wasn't them days back in the 60s and 70s? Can we move into 2025? Can we just carry a purse?
Oh, yeah.
Now they got backpack purses. So when you don't really want to have a comparison, got your backpack purse. Carry a little shoulder.
What's the thing you call? Get your clutch.
Get your clutch. Hell, there's some men up there where those bring those too.
Woo!
I'm back. Oh my word! Oh my word!
I'm gonna sip on that one. I ain't got nothing to say.
Yeah, I was trying to buy me some wine tonight, but I decided not to because I'm not at home. Since I'm not a drinker.
Yeah.
Just at home sipping on. Every so often I have a bottle. But I was gonna buy something tonight. I was like, it's gonna take me a month to drink it because at home is just not the same. If I'm out somewhere, I want to sip a little something, but at home, just sitting around, I don't really want that. But I do want to mention, good news. I've sold 2 tables.
Cool.
At my, not vendor tables, actual 10-person tables, $400 a piece tables. Now, when I put that in my group text, and I was so excited, my daughter sends back, and they sent the money to. So she's saying they're not sold till the money come in my hand. But I know these 2 people. Miss Ann, you know Miss Ann when you see Miss Ann. Miss Ann is somebody that's very good. So she bought a table, and my crew, they be at the Chicago Grill. I forget their group name, but there's some of my sisters in motion. They're buying a table, and they're good for the money. So that's 2 tables. That's great.
Well,
but I got some good news that I'm gonna share. I started my book.
Really?
I did, and you know when I started it? This morning.
Really?
Wait, no, yesterday morning. On my way to church. So I am recording it.
Okay.
And gonna let it put it in place for me as I just talk, I talk through ChatGPT and just talk like I'm recording, and then it'll be lined up. Then I can take it all and then write it. But I'm writing putting all my thoughts there. So when I think of things, I don't have to go write it down. And I ask them to keep it as a log, as a journal.
Right.
And they're doing it in chapters. And so I'm very excited. That it really helped me because I had some things happen last week that were just it took all my breath out of my body. So I said, you know what? I need to get to writing about my journey with this extravaganza because it's been such a goal and such a vision of mine. And I woke up, I was getting ready for church, and I said, God, I have got to make this happen. This has got to happen. I said, with me and you though, and I'm like really serious, is really what I said. With me and you, we gonna make this happen. No matter who decide to help, who decide don't want to help, I'm with you. I know I can do this, and I know I can get this done. And so that's when I said, you know what? I need to be recording this. I need to be journaling this.
Right.
And so that's when I went in, and as I went to church, I spoke about an incident that happened this week. That was a huge incident. But it's we don't have the title of the chapter yet. I'm talking to somebody else besides ChatGPT. We don't have a title for the chapter yet, but this particular chapter will talk. It won't be as negative as the incident was. The chapter would be more about keeping it moving. When you're a boss, when you're as they say, boss bitch, if you're a boss bitch, if you're the leader of something, if you are the event planner, there are some tough decisions that you have to make. As tough and challenging as these decisions are, sometimes you just have to do it. And so I spoke of the incident, not using any names or anything, but then I came back and said, but I want this to be a positive chapter about how sometimes you have to let go of something that's going to hinder you moving forward. And it's okay. Because I think people hold on to toxicity when I don't want to use the word afraid, but when you don't want to let go. And that would be me. I'm somebody, I'll hold on and try my best. But then you got to realize while you're holding on to that stuff, it can really mess you up.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to say this. I got too much to do. I got too much to do. And on top of that, yesterday was Easter and I was grieving my dad. And so I had to, when I was writing the chapter, I spoke of all of that because no matter what people say and think, even though thank God I've had good friends that have been there for me during the time with my daddy. So they'd be like, yeah, just know you fine. I get it, you fine today. You happy and jumping up and down, seeing rainbows and butterflies. But tomorrow, just note, it's okay if you fall down.
Right.
Because grief is it doesn't end. It gets better, but it's going to come back. And it's still very soon for you to feel like you're better. And yesterday, it hit. I went to church yesterday, and I wanted to go to my church. Pastor Leroy Lacey is the pastor, 119 Fidelity Drive, St. Matthew Missionary Baptist Church. So, I love saying 119 Fidelity. And it was a great sermon. he talked about Easter, but he put a different spin on it. But anyway, long story short, I wanted to go and be with that side of my family because I want to feel closer to my dad. Does that make sense? It may sound silly, I don't know, but I felt like going to church and being with I called my cousins to make sure they were going, and it felt good. It was, and then I may have said this to you. I was angry with the people at that church, because some of them who I felt should have been in my daddy's memorial, didn't show up. So I wanted to release the anger that I had, and I wanted to be able to forgive. And so I felt if I went and saw them, it would, and I did. I was able to release that. And you know how I'm usually say, I need an apology. I didn't need an apology. I just needed to see them and see them showing me that they actually did care. For whatever reason, they didn't come to the space. I forgot 2 of them that I was very upset with. Their mom just passed too around that time. So they could have been like me, where I don't really want to go to any funerals or anything right now because it's too emotional for me. Right. Anything could have been going on. It wasn't just that. I took it too personal. And but when I got to see them yesterday, I saw the care and concern. That's what I'm looking for, care and concern. Pastor Lacey was definitely very kind. Yeah. And then one of my friends, he's like a cousin to us. He's like, oh my God, I have been really thinking about you. Been on your mind a lot. So it was nice. And I was able to let that go. And I think that's probably the first time that I was able to let something go in that way. But I knew it because I've been, and I think I don't know if I had this conversation with you about letting that anger go, did it? And I knew that I wanted to do it that way. This was different. And in my mind and my body, I was like, that's the way I'm gonna let this go. I need to go. And I was glad I went. I was very glad I went. It was a great sermon, great day. Again, seeing my cousins, it was great. So
I'm gonna ask you, so what was the sermon about?
I know. I'm gonna tell you what the sermon was about. Because that's what I was thinking, because I was gonna write it down. Because let me tell you what I was doing while I was in church. And that's what that's what I gotta work on next. Was that you told me? Somebody told me who was that? Told me that you really gotta let go of, you've got to focus on one thing at a time. So when I was at church yesterday, I really should have just totally been there. But yes, and I've been trying my best to work on that and focus on that, doing that, because I did it one day at my OES meeting. And I said, oh my God, it feels so good to release all that from my brain and just think on it. But I was at church thinking, because I just finished doing the book, driving to church, doing the book. Then I was, okay, now how can I work on, what do I do to get these tickets sold? And then what do I do to get the cruise back to moving? Like, I was thinking all those things. But what I will say that he talked about, I can't be specific about the title. It was a good title. But what he talked about was, oh my gosh, he gave so many good pointers, and I had them in my head. Let me think about it. You talk, and I'm gonna come up with it, because I may have took a picture because I was saying I gotta remember that. It was really good. It was really good, and I really got things out of it. And it actually kind of resonated with me with things that are going on in my world with what I'm doing.
Right, and that's the thing about it. Is getting something out, is being able to say, you know what, I got something out, and the other part is being able to do what you said is the releasing of some things.
And that was my main purpose, to be honest with you. So my goal was to go there because I love going to that church. But my other goal was to see my cousins. But the main goal was so that I could release the anger that I had at them, so I could go to church when I want to, and not say I ain't going to that church because they ain't come to my daddy, and they've been knowing my daddy all this time and they ain't come. I needed to release that,
and that is a sense of that shows so much growth and maturity, because a lot of people, and it doesn't, growth and maturity and wisdom ain't something that just pop up and happen, people. I mean, it ain't like it just boom and all of a sudden you just it occurs over time.
It takes time.
y'all know it's been 3 years with the little diva. Y'all see it's y'all see these bald spots, you know. when I started dealing with the little diva, I had a whole afro. Y'all see me now? See, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone. But it takes time. It takes time. And we have to be willing to give ourselves grace. Sometimes that's the hardest thing. We got to give ourselves grace. We have to learn how to give ourselves grace. Nope, I ain't over that anger yet. Nope, I ain't. Give yourself grace and stop beating yourself up. But I'm supposed to be here now. And I'm supposed to give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. This is a journey we're all on. It's not a marathon, man. This is a journey, and every step of it we'll learn something. We learn and we embrace, and we learn something else. When you were talking about letting go, I heard the message. I think I shared it. It was like, woo! I had to stop, and the minister was asking the question. Was talking about we have to let go of our addictions. And he said alcohol and drugs. Because when people say addiction, that's the first thing they want to think about, okay? Yeah, that's the first thing they don't want to think about being addicted to, because some people are addicted to the pain. Some people are addicted to anger. Some people won't let things go. Some people are addicted to jealousy. There are so many other addictions that people have, but we throw them two big ones out there and we forget all the other stuff. And there's so many others that we have to work and let go of and deal with. And as I said before, in how you start dealing with any of this stuff, man, you got to give yourself grace. You have to. It is imperative that you give yourself grace. So that's how I feel about it, and I applaud you for taking the step and stepping out there and being willing, ready, able, and then following through on the releasing of it.
Yep.
It's the funny thing, it's usually us.
Say that again.
It's usually us that's doing it to ourselves, not other folks. The stuff that we hold on to is usually we're usually the ones that are poisoning ourselves. And it's others. It ain't others that's poisoning us. We're poisoning ourselves.
I need you to get that. I want you to testify to your neighbor.
Okay, I was trying to go back to the sermon. So it is recorded, so I can go back. So I better tell y'all next Monday when we talk about it. No, it was really good. But he did talk about the 4 miracles, and he put the 4 miracles into what's happening today and how that's what we kind of talked about. But I have to go back and listen. But I'm going to tell you something else that was good that happened to me this week. So there are some instances, yes, I do think an apology is warranted. My cousin, she still owed me an apology. I'll never get that. I've let that go, that I won't get it. I just let it go somewhat due to my family not feeling like she did anything wrong. And it's embraced. So, but that's kind of how my family is. They kind of I'm gonna use the word enable. They kind of have the belief that a lot of people have that just because they're family, we gotta let them do what they do. I don't believe in that. I don't. Me and somebody was talking today about
Yeah, I talked about Go ahead. Yeah. I'll jump on one.
Yeah, because that's just a family is still a person.
And you're right. And sometimes it is. But I will say this is that on that part about the waiting, sometimes you're not going to get it, and that's what I've learned for me. Yeah. Waiting on someone to apologize.
Well, I wasn't waiting. I was done with.
No, I'm not saying.
I know. I'm just teasing. I'm teasing, Lord. Like no. I wasn't gonna wait because I saw she was being stubborn and wasn't gonna ever apologize. Because in all she thinks because no one else said she was wrong, she doesn't think she's wrong. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, and you know, and in that sense, if I don't feel like it, then why would I apologize?
Exactly. I think she would have felt she was wrong had other people kind of did her like they did me. I think she would have felt like she should apologize. Now I feel how I feel. I know nobody else feels like that. I just feel like that. Like now I didn't bow down to her. And so now she's happy and grinning and talking and wanting to talk and everything. And we cool. But I'm going to still be watching out my side eye. And we won't be rolling nowhere in the same car. I mean, I can't trust you.
No, I get you. I know that's I truly get that. But I will say that there are, and like you, not waiting on that thing. And there are people, there are going to be people in this life that do things to us, and there are going to be people. Please understand that there are going to be some times, and there are going to be some people you ain't gonna get no apology, people. Don't be sitting around thinking and stopping your life and I ain't going over there because they ain't gonna apologize. No, and they ain't. And
I ain't gonna say I'm gonna always go where they at. Cause
no. I'm just saying
I will remove myself and let them have it.
No, and you can do that. I'm saying, but don't
stress out about it.
You don't stress out and you don't put your life on hold because somebody.
Right. Yeah.
And there are people that they will put brakes on their life. Because
yeah, and then some people did think that you're not going over there because I'm not going over there not because I am uncomfortable. I'm not going because I don't want to be around her in that spirit. And I would rather. Matter of fact, my I guess it's a relative of mine who mentioned that they're married to someone else now, and she mentioned to me that they're still crazy about her ex-husband, and her and her ex-husband don't really get along. This person, and she said that okay, so after I've told them several times that I don't feel right bringing my new hubby around the old one, cool. We'll just go somewhere else for Christmas, Thanksgiving, or whatever. We will let y'all have him.
Right.
I'm gonna roll, and that sucks. But we have to get into that conversation a whole nother day because I got some issues with that going on in my life right now, and it's stressing me out like crazy. But it's okay. But let me say this: we talked about not waiting on apologies.
Right.
When we talk about the weekend, someone did apologize to me this weekend. And you always say, well, what does it mean for you to get the apology? When you can tell the person is being somewhat genuine, it feels good. It vindicates you a little bit. And so someone who I never expected to apologize and not just say, I'm sorry for whatever I did, they literally stated what they did, why it was done, and said it was wrong for it to be done, and I do apologize. That, and because it was, and then it depends on the situation and who it is. This particular person, it meant a lot to me. I don't know why it meant so much, but it changed my whole black heart towards this person to allow me to deal with. I mean, it was like instantly gone. It was instantly gone. And no, I don't want to. Oh, girl, I'm sorry. What you sorry for? He stated what he did.
Right.
Kind of stated why it was done. And that still wasn't right. This is what I should have done. This is how I should have handled it. Going forth, I will. But I do apologize because I was wrong. That's all I needed. Now, could the person have been lying? Could be. But they sounded very genuine to me. And to me, genuine is when you can tell me what you did. I didn't even tell you what you did. But you knew you've been knowing what you did. But thank you for coming and saying to me that you know it was wrong. Right. Now we can move forward like a happy little family. I'm good. And
okay.
it felt.
Does that Let's see here.
Mm.
Does it change how you view a person if a person gives you an apology?
If they seem genuine, like I said, if they, some people can give you that little half-ass apology of, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry if that hurts you, or I'm sorry. What the difference was how the apology came, and acknowledging exactly what they did, acknowledging my hurt and my I don't want to use the word trauma, what I was going through because
Right.
of the situation. And I was pretty much done. I mean, I'll work with the person, but I don't trust you, and
Well,
we gonna
and
have
that's what I'm
a
asking. Does
big
does
line.
that
So it
does
did.
that does that now give access?
Right. Yes. It gives more access. It gives us access to work towards doing more things. Yeah. Because I already don't trust people, especially in this business. You can't trust people. But again, prime example, the city, right? I can't always tell people, well, my close friends, that they owe me nothing because they never asked me to promote them. They never asked me to take them on a cruise, right?
Right.
They see that as just something. I guess they see that as whatever. She didn't really do anything for us, whatever. I'm trying to say, well, them going around. So I just heard it again the other day, them saying, you better get your money first. And I'm like, first of all, you using my line because I use that line. I told y'all that line about somebody that I know don't pay people. I told you, make sure you get your money. I paid you all of your money. But I'm saying that to say, if they were to come apologize, it would be different. It would be very different because there was a lot of damage caused in a long way. This person, it wasn't other damage. They didn't slander me to people. They didn't go do that. It was a thing between me and them. And once they sat with it, thought about it, and also saw how I was like, you stay over there. We can work together, but I want you on that side of the street. These people are using the slandering thing. And I feel like now you're trying to dig the knife in
Right.
for no reason. So I will never trust you. Does that make sense what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. I was just asking.
Yeah, it's two different things. So there are some people, yeah, because some people, it takes me a minute, but when I walk away, I walk away. But that person came to me and stated, and then said I should have done this a long time ago before they finished the apology. And for me, it wasn't one of those things where I had to ask any questions. Like I didn't have to say, no, what would you apologize for? Are you really, I didn't have to do any of that. Because everything I could have thought of saying to that person or that I would have said to someone else that was trying to apologize, they covered it all. They covered it all without me having to ask. And to me, that is a real apology. When you state what you did, state what pain it caused, and state how you're going to work to not allow that to happen again because you value the friendship. You value the business relationship. That meant the world to me. And during this time we had this, you didn't go around the whole world saying things that are untrue. You know what I mean? That means all that you're doing in between there, doing all this other stuff, that's not cool. You'll never be able to do anything with me. You'll never be friends. I even had thought about going to see that particular band I just mentioned recently because I miss seeing them. But when I heard that the other day, I'm like, oh, so that's what we doing. So I was fixing to do a cease and desist letter. So I called Cupid's manager, Miss Eva. I said, I need some tough love. Who could I call before I get this going? I had looked it up. I was ready. Cease and desist. You gonna quit? And I called her. I said, hey, first of all, she said, I'm gonna change. I'm not gonna let you call me on my personal number no more. When I first called, I think she thought I was calling for the cruise. I said, I'm not calling about the cruise. I'm calling because I need some tough love. And so anyway, she asked me. So I told her what the deal was. She says, don't address it. Let it go. You cannot go around addressing every untruth that's told. You cannot do that. You will run yourself crazy. Let that do what that do, and you do what you do, and keep it moving.
Yeah.
So I set my little tear up on the side of my head, ace deuce, and kept it moving. But I was ready. I was be raising my money and my energy and my money. And I was like, you know what? They're not even worth that. They still ain't played outside of Texas.
Yeah, I mean, but here and the other tough love is this from me.
Mm-hmm.
Is you say that, but it still has an effect on you. That is the
well, that's
area.
an effect. I don't, but the part was that I didn't do that.
Right. No. I'm saying it, but that is going to be the area that you are. That is a growing area.
I think I've always heard about that. I don't think I'll ever.
Well, I mean, yeah, but the hurt's different. I mean, it will. It's a growing area. It is an area that will take, just like you just some other things that you grow in that don't affect you like they used to. There'll be some things as you grow and you continue to grow and you continue to become and to walk in and to walk into who it is. Then it'll be, you can hear it. You 10 years from now, you'll hear it, and it will not have the same oomph as it does today.
You know when it's not gonna have the same oomph?
No.
When I meet my goal, these goals that I'm got going on right now, when I meet those goals, it won't mean nothing to me, because what it is, and I'll be very transparent, that when you wish bad on me and you wish and you make people think I'm not a stand-up person, or you treated me like I'm a nobody because I don't have the name Rob Wright on my back, how they say, my success is going to be my revenge. My success is going to be what makes me say, oh, cool, we good. Hey, what's up? But I got to do this first, because and it's not for them. It's for me, because they made me feel that I wasn't going to be successful in anything else. And so once I proved to myself, not to them, not to you, not to anybody around here, me, to sit back and watch this amazing extravaganza go down, and I sit back and say, it was done. And it was me, it was God, and a few other people that are actively helping me. That's when I'll be able to say, what? And maybe, you know what I feel like I want to say? That's when God say, well done, my good and faithful servant. That's what I feel. That's what I felt. But that ain't what I was going. But in my mind, I was like, that show sounds like a sermon where I'm going to end with, well done, my good and faithful servant. My daddy used to like this song, believe it or not. And it's so funny. I mean, a million years ago, like I was young. And it was an Elvis thing. He liked that song, I Did It My Way.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't tell anybody this around the funeral because I know they thought I was going to think I was crazy. But my daddy said, I want that song to be sung at my funeral. I would never, I'm saying it out loud now publicly, but my daddy told me that. But it was a million years ago. I'm sure he wouldn't want that now. But that's back when a bunch of Elvis biographies and stuff was out.
Yeah.
And we were sitting there listening, and Elvis was singing I Did It My Way. And he was just singing. And he said, yeah, I want that. That's what I want at my funeral. I did it my way. And I thought about it when we were going through the arrangements and stuff. I was like, I would not dare tell anybody he said that. I would, because they were like, girl, we ain't playing that. So, hell, I'm just telling you what the man said. But yeah. But yeah, so that was that. I mean, it is growth, the church thing. When I went to church and saw that and hearing that person say, I'm really sorry that I hurt you. And let me say, make sure I'm clear. This is not a romantic person. This is a business person that, that did some things that I didn't think were right, but they have totally corrected it. After we talk about on this show, it won't come out my mouth anymore. Well, except in my book. I just won't be saying no names, but because that's a part of the process of giving this, writing this book.
Right.
It's a journal of the things that happened during that time, because it shows the obstacles even using that, not using that group's name, but the discussion will be had that during this time I heard that and how it made me stop. But then also it said, okay, no, this means you got to keep going. You got to keep going. You got to keep going because you've got to prove to you, because that's the problem. I don't care about nobody else. You got to prove to you, Trina, Renee, Williams, and Lowry, that you can make stuff happen, even without them, without their grace, you know. And the fact that they never played outside of Texas. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. And see, I wouldn't even be mean like that. But for people to say things about you, it be making you say to yourself,
it ain't what they say. It ain't what they call it.
I know.
It ain't gonna never be.
I'm gonna shut up about it. It was too fresh.
Look.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you what I told. I was laughing at work today because they think I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you need to stop having that motivational Mondays.
I told somebody asked me something today, and I said, I wished I cared enough to even care.
That's like when I say, I told you this. I'm scared that I'm not scared. Yeah.
You know, and that, hey, you know, when you get to those 2 points, that you're scared, that you're not scared, and when you get to the point when you hear something or something happen, and you go like, I wished I cared enough to kill. You know.
Okay.
You know when somebody. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all listen to me clearly and take this to the house. If somebody tell you, I wish I cared enough to care, leave it alone.
That would hurt my soul. That would hurt my soul so bad. Deep in my soul.
Leave it alone. Don't even try to, because they done already told you. They don't even
tell you.
They don't even care enough to care about what you're talking about or what's going on.
Yep.
They have confined. Those people that say things like that have gotten off the hamster wheel.
Yeah, and I would be scared of those people.
They are actually holding the hamster wheel. They done got off. They ain't even moaning no more. They ain't even moaning.
That's so funny.
That is a wonderful place in life, though. Like, you know, you go like, that is when you know in this thing called life that you reach the point where your judgment and the things that you allow to affect you, and you know, like, you know what? No. That is, you know, they got this thing on TikTok they selling now. Well, they've been selling. They sell it everywhere. The tent. You know, the tents that you can buy that zip up and they're enclosed. That is when you have reached that point where you got that tent and your surroundings is boom. You done put that tent. If you want something to come in, you unzip it and you let it in.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing about our lives, and here's the thing about stuff, and here's the thing about our gates, our ear gates, our eye gates. Here's the thing about those gates, those things that we let in, like that tent. We can open. Have you ever had a fly get in your car?
Hell yeah.
Do you know how difficult it is to get them out? And you can open the door and they'll fly everywhere else. That's when we let stuff inside of us, inside our ear gates, inside our eye gates. When we take other folks' stuff in, it comes in one way, but it gets to rattling around in there. You can't get rid of it, and it's over here, and it's over there, and it's all in. You be opening the door, you be trying, can you get out? And it won't get out. It won't leave. And that's the thing. That's why you have to be so particular about the stuff you allow people to bring you.
My Pastor Lacey used to say one time, he said in a sermon that when people bring you all this stuff, you say, so now, if I'm going to get a check for that, is that going to bring me any money? You know? So, you know, while we're in the middle of this, and we're getting close to 9, I know we didn't start, I think we got till 9:15, but I want to mention Lil Daryl, the comedian.
Mhm.
I want to wish him and his beautiful wife a happy anniversary. They had their anniversary was yesterday,
Oh.
2020, I think. Because I think I remember the 20s and the 20s. Anyway, so happy birthday, little Daryl, the comedian. I know you probably don't watch this show, but
Birthday anniversary.
somebody tell him, oh, wedding anniversary.
Oh, that you
I
said.
think him and his beautiful wife.
You said happy birthday.
I did. Oh,
Look.
give his beautiful wife a happy anniversary. I'm not used to saying anniversaries, I guess. And
Well, look, and look. I know what was that. And it was 420.
Woo, that was funny. Okay. So Les, I don't know if he partook or not. But congratulations to him and his wife on I don't know how many years of beautiful, beautiful a beautiful marriage. They're so cute together and they're adorable little kids. They have 3 kids, but happy anniversary, little Daryl, the comedian. We love you and keep making us laugh. And thank you to your wife for loaning you to us to keep us laughing. And then my friend Monica Braxton, she had her 60th Diamond Jubilee birthday celebration this weekend. And I was one of the honored invited guests. I was very honored to be invited because it was not an everybody invite thing. It was an open invite, but it was so nice. Monica was beautiful in her beautiful dress. I was beautiful. No, I'm just joking. I didn't have on something cute though. I ain't gonna lie, I have something cute. But the food. So I'm gonna talk about the food because we be talking about the food and people just give you a little spoonful and a little 4 beans and just 2 meatballs. Let me tell you, there was a full meal given.
Oh wow!
I'm gonna give her 4 stars on a full meal given, meaning there was chicken, there was rice, there was gravy, there was beans, and they didn't only give me 4 of the beans. They gave me plenty rice, plenty of that beautiful mushroom gravy, and a big old chicken breast to go with it, and a big old thing of a spoonful of green beans. Then they had chicken salad. Chicken salad was, oh my God, it was so delicious. Chicken salad on a little silver cup. They had cake. Oh, they had fish, but you had a choice of the fish or the chicken. So they had a fish in the cream sauce. And I couldn't decide, but fish, you don't go, chicken, I don't go wrong with chicken. But it was a beautiful setup. She had souvenirs to give back to everyone. The tables were gorgeous. And everybody was so friendly. Now you go somewhere and some people just be sitting there mad, like they mad because they came out the house.
Yeah.
Are they mad because they woke up? Nobody looked like that. Everybody was happy. Everybody was welcoming and open to, hey, how you doing? And then we got on the dance floor, did a few little shuffles. We all did shuffles. They did, what's the dance they do with the white thing, the white napkin? What they call it, line, second line. They did that.
Yeah.
But it was really nice. And Monica may not ever hear this way. I've told her a few times. Your celebration was amazing. It has me thinking about my 60th birthday party. So that'll be coming in 4 years. Seems so far away, but not so far away. But yeah, I want to highlight those 2 things of 2 people that were celebrating.
Well, all right then. Well, happy birthday and happy anniversary. Hey, let the celebrations begin. Let the celebrations begin. Yes, indeed. I want to still send once more again condolences out to Miss Julie on the loss of her mom.
Oh, so she did lose her
Yeah.
Her mom?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so she did. Okay, I was gonna say where's her, then I remember I didn't say anything because I thought, her mom has been sick. Okay. Yes, Miss Julie. Oh my gosh. All right. Peter, you're paying. And I send my sincere condolences and I'm have you in my thoughts and my prayers.
So yes. And prayers out to
can you find out are the services gonna be here in Houston?
I'll have to
when you find out, let me know. I can at least go to the visitation.
Okay. And prayers out to each and everyone that's dealing with, going through on the other side of whatever it may be.
Especially with a holiday like Easter, I didn't realize.
Yeah.
it was one of those holidays. It's like a family holiday, I guess. So it did do a little something.
Yeah. It
Just
is.
don't know when it's gonna come.
You don't. You really don't. And I was there's so much, and I know that our time is running, but we have to. I will say this.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So much every day. That's why I don't watch the news. But sometimes you just can't miss things. There's so much that's going
I
on.
need to know where the robber is, so I gotta watch it. I gotta make sure he's not by my house.
I ain't know nothing about no robber. Call Batman. But I will say this: let's not get distracted by some. Sometimes I believe there's some things that are put out to be a distraction and to keep our eye off the prize.
Yeah, I agree.
Sometimes we get overwhelmed. We have to. I thank you to my co-host. Thank you to others that have shows that come out. See, because let me tell y'all something. They can't stop me when I say this. Sometimes that mainstream news thing. Let me tell y'all about that mainstream news thing. That's what they try to do, is keep you mainstream. They try to feed you what they want to feed you, okay? They feed you what they want to feed you to keep you distracted from whatever they're supposed to be keeping you distracted from.
Agreed.
Don't get okie doped. Do not get okie doped, okay? Don't get okie doke and think that Oprah's best friend Gail went up into space. Okay, I'm gonna just tell y'all right now. Don't get okie doke and think that they done went up there. When you got schools being shut down, you got now he got enough money to take his little craft and take some folks up into space. He should have been paying some. He could have been paying some other stuff. Okay, I'm just saying. Now he come over here. Come on over here. You want to, Mr. Beezer Basil? Come on.
And several people came out about that, saying that this is what you're doing, Gail. You can't be out there getting him to come on now.
I'm just saying. Let's not get
There's
distracted.
so many other things that could have been. Don't get distracted. They fixing to May 3rd. They finna start getting ready to try to go into our wages for student loans if they haven't been paid back. Don't get distracted, because some of y'all, I didn't. As much as I do watch the news, I missed that one. But I read it somewhere today. I'm like, oh gosh.
I mean, and there's these things that are sliding under, and they give you this other stuff. And let me tell y'all, and with so much, I'm saying this and then I'm done, because I don't want anything to be divisive. My prayers for the families up in Frisco of the incident that happened with the young kids up there. Okay, my prayers for both of them. Unfortunate. But there's also some things that happen in Mississippi on the flip side of it. See, they feed you what they want to feed you to get where they're trying to get to. Don't get caught up in this thing. It's been said, and I'll say it over. This thing ain't about flesh and blood, man. This is a whole spiritual warfare. And whatever can come in to pull you away and distract you and to pull your attention. Let me tell you, things don't have to pull your attention but a second.
Yeah.
It ain't like it's got to keep you. Because y'all tell me what was the biggest story in the news last month. You don't even know. You know why? Because all it got to do is for a second, just pull you away. Just boom, and grab you for a second while something else happening over here. That's all it got to do. That's all it got to do. So don't get so caught up. Stay aware. Stay alert, and most definitely
don't listen. Don't take up. Matter of fact, it's so funny. My daughter was teaching the kids today about in her entrepreneurship about their personal brand, and in the conversation, some kind of way, we started talking about she asked the kids what don't they like, things that they don't like about it. And one of them was I call it when they said it, I said, oh, you talk about a bandwagon rider, because that's what it was called. I forgot the name she said it was called, but what it is when people they on the yes wagon, they just gonna follow along, or either they do the opposite because you going this way, they gonna go that way, or they just going because everybody else going, which is the bandwagon ride thing. I think. Anyway, and I'm saying this to go to talk about. Don't pay attention to. Don't just take on someone else's thoughts and opinion when it comes to voting. Some of the politicians. Read for yourself.
Yes.
Read it for yourself. And I'm gonna say something else since this is where I meant to go a few minutes ago, and Country Boy mentioned it too. All those big national radio stations and big national television news stations have gone into, I call it the Inquirer era. They are wanting the ratings now. It's not about reporting the news, not reporting to keep you informed. It's more about ratings by keeping the gossip going. That's what's happening now. So I say that to say this. And I said this to Mr. Jarvis Johnson week before last. Don't sleep on your local podcasters that deal with political things. What's it called? My kids, and I listen to it. I can't call the name of it. I'll find it by the end. Local podcasters, local online radio stations. These are people that kind of have a passion for this. So they're not really, I mean, do they want to get people? Do they want, yeah, but not like that. They want to give real news. They want to give facts. They want to talk to, they want you to get the information. And they talk about this on their podcast because it is a passion for them.
Yep.
You know, their passion is not, oh, we got to get, and they don't have anybody, what is the FCC or whatever, they don't have them regulating. They being real. And I'm not saying everything they say is true. You may see two people debating, but you also hear them debating about what the facts are. You know, there's a topic and they're talking about that topic. The opinions may be different, but the fact of the matter, they're talking about a topic that's true. It's not something fabricated, you know, or rumored or whatever. Pod Save America. That's what it's called. POD Save America. Really good podcast. They have people on. Most of the time, the people have kind of the same opinions, but it's about 3 or 4 of them, and they all say different things, but it's very informative. They used to be advisors to President Barack Obama. But anyway, long story short, don't sleep on. Now, our podcast is not necessarily a political podcast, but we do have moments where we do discuss it. But sometimes on my podcast, I have people who are political. But find you one, if you want to know what's going on in the real world, read. Or 2, check out some of these podcasts. Because if you sit there and watch the news, there ain't no telling what you're going to hear.
Amen.
Well, they call them clips. What they call those little clips? Sound bites?
Yeah.
They give you that so you can keep watching, so you can keep looking. I'm not saying that none of it's true. But we are in the Inquirer. Oh, I might be dating myself. The Inquirer, the National Enquirer era. That is the Inquirer. That is what used to be all the gossip shit that, excuse my French, stuff that ain't half true.
Right.
That's what they do with the news. And I noticed it, but I didn't want to notice it. That they have the same stories that the National Enquirer used to post, or the Star. It's all about pop culture. Nothing has really.
It's all clickbait. That's all it is.
I can't, with this new. That's why I think I'm gonna have to go ahead and go back to my cable, because on this streaming stuff, I don't gotta pay again for me to look at CNN. And I used to love me some CNN, but I can't watch CNN unless I pay some money. And I just can't give you no more. Can't give you no more. I will just have to thug it out.
Yeah.
Figure it out myself. But I'm gonna end and let Country Boy close us out. But yes, we do have some elections that's gonna be coming up. So read about it. Don't ask me what the elections are for, because so you can go read it. If I tell you, you won't go read. Tomorrow night, I'm probably gonna be in trouble with them. But the daughters of I can't call their last name, but they are an amazing group of ladies, and now they have a gentleman a part of the group. Interesting. I'll have to ask that question. How did that happen? Because they're called the daughters of something, but they got a man. Anyway, I'm curious. Have that, and then I have Dr. Laurel Dr. Laurel coming on the show. She says, I asked her to send me her title, and her title is this: Prophetess. She gives away the honorary doctorates, which is one of those. She gives away honorary doctors as well. And so she is willing to come on, because I've asked a few people to come on. She's willing to come on and have a conversation with me.
Hey, ask us if she can prophesy if I'm going to get one.
Please. I need her to prophesy if I'm going to give me a job. Since they took my money away. Anyway, I'm going to get off of that. But anyway, she is coming on the show. Actually, she is a very nice lady. I attended one of her events. I didn't know it was a graduation I was going to, but I went and I was on her panel. But then there was a graduation. Someone graduated and got their honorary doctorate degree that day. But she's going to come on and she's willing to talk about what she does, how she does it, and what it's about. And that's going to be next Tuesday. Oh, she teaches fitness, so she can't come on Wednesday. Who else do I have coming?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Your sister had hers on as well, but she said she can't wear hats. But
I did not say that. I had mine on.
She said she.
But I can't wear hats with my glasses on because it doesn't look right.
She can't wear hats with her glasses on.
See?
I got my glasses on and a hat on. Yes.
Oh, but that's you. You're not me.
I am wearing it, and I have had it on the whole show.
Whatever.
Thank you.
Anywho, so we're gonna have her on. Me and Latricia will be back. Latricia's been busy. I've been busy, but we will be back with Love Unscripted, the relationship show. We've been getting lots of feedback on the relationship shows. Lots of people wanting to put their question in the box. Last time we talked about what is too clingy. Yeah. So go ahead, come to y'all. Thank y'all for everything. I hope everybody had a good Easter with their family. Don't forget the So You Want to Dance live R&B music festival is coming Saturday, June 14th. And you got about 6 live bands for only $45. Y'all pay $20 for one. You're getting 6 for $45. If you buy a table, it's only a table of 10 is only $40 a piece. So you can buy a table of 10 and y'all have to pay $40 a piece. You get a table for 4 for $160. So the tables, there's a discount. All right. So come on, get your tickets. We trying to make this happen. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. And it's an easy on, easy off access. It's gonna be indoors. We're still accepting vendors. Someone called today. They sell custom what are cuffs?
Cufflinks.
She's gonna come. I accepted her today. We got stuff coming. It's gonna be BYOB. Now don't be trying to bring your Coke, Sprite, orange juice, and pineapple juice in there because we selling that, so you can't bring that. But you can bring your beer. You can bring your alcoholic beverages. It's BYOB. $45 and it's BYOB. No food can be brought in because we have vendors selling food. And to be a vendor, it is only starts at only $75. Food trucks start at only $150. So it's going to be on and popping. Y'all do not want to miss this. So I think I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to let Country Boy take it on home. I'm trying to make sure because every time he gets started, I'll be like, hold on a minute. So I don't want to do that today. I guess we should say since our hats are created by a Creative Mood Designs by Tanisha.
That's right. That's right.
So yeah, so there's that, and I think that's all I got.
Well, that'll work. Don't y'all forget. Y'all don't forget for the extravaganza. Get your tickets, get your tables, and get yourself ready. It is coming up on the weekend, and Old Country Boy will be out in the streets this weekend. I will be beating the streets. I will have microphone in hand, so be aware. I don't know where I'm gonna be at. Don't know who I might pull up on.
Can you take some flyers with you?
Yeah.
That did not sound very
I don't
excited.
know where I'm going. Well,
It don't matter where you're going. We want everybody to come.
Look, I can't take them until I get them.
And that's why I'm asking you going to take them. If I bring them to you, you come right on past my house when you go to work and come home. Just like you exit and go over there to Red's Cafe with their delicious food, you can stop right over here by my house.
I don't go to
Hey,
Red's
stop tomorrow because I'm going to the movie.
Fridays.
But I will come and move you. I will come and meet you at the freeway.
Yeah, I will be out somewhere this weekend. I do believe Friday, Saturday, possibly Sunday. I will be out and about, out in the streets. It don't matter what the weather's like because I don't feel like sitting there. I will have my tent. I will have my camera. I will have my microphone. I might just pull up on the side of 610 and set up. I don't know if I feel like it. What they gonna do? Nothing. I might just pull up somewhere and just set up shop and be right there. But other than that, I will be tomorrow. Have a show tomorrow. I have show on Wednesday. I don't think I have any guests lined up. I may try to get somebody lined up for next week, maybe, possibly, don't know. Either way, I'll be on, I'll be in. Looking forward to the weekend, looking forward to the extravaganza. Looking forward to, can you believe, like we're almost at the end of April, heading into May? That is amazing. Like it is almost May, which I'm ready to celebrate May because May 8th is my baby's birthday. So I'm getting ready for the celebration. Get ready. Don't know what I'm gonna do, but we're gonna do something. Other than that.
Oh, that's where you can be at this Saturday morning. My daddy, we are in honor of my dad who passed away on September 23rd, 2024. Of pancreatic cancer. We're going to start walking every year in the pancreatic cancer walk. This year we started, it was late, of course. We didn't have until September, so it was kind of late. So our goal was $1,000. They suggested that I only start with 200, but I went for the gusto. So I thought we could raise $1,000, but it's okay. Next year it'll be different. We have a head start. We'll sell shirts. We'll sell different things so we can raise the money for our team. Because it is for the research of not just a cure, a screening for this horrible disease. Because again, as the children and grandchildren of my dad, we need to be able to have a screening so we can make sure that if we come in danger of this disease, that we have a way to screen to make sure that we don't. Like with breast cancer, there's a screening. Sickle cell, there's a screen. There is no screening for pancreatic cancer right now. And so that is what the walk is for. It's not just to say we walking. Right. It is to raise money for it. And I've said this, that even $5 to donate to our campaign. Last week, I think we only had $83, which sucks. But we got some more money in. But even if it's $5 goes so long. And if you don't have the money, it's okay. If you come out and walk with us, we will love the support. You can purchase a t-shirt, a pancreatic cancer t-shirt. If you donate $50, they will give you a t-shirt from the walk. The walk organization will also give you a shirt. But my sister's making shirts, and if you want one, $25. And she will donate $5 towards our cause. So please, we would love for y'all to participate. Come walk with us. It's early Saturday morning. It's 8:00, but it's for a very good cause, and it would mean so much to us if you participated in this. And our team is #Team Ron's Girl. My dad's name was Ron. Ronnie, Ronald. So we would love to have you. And if not, donate $5 to the cause. It's just a very important cause. All cancers are horrible. They are. It met us at the door this year. We've always, I've always done the breast cancer walks. I've done the lupus walks, but this one came knocking at my front door. And again, I think about me, I think about my children, and even my great nephews, or all in the line of my dad who passed of this disease, and then even thinking my grandmother had a stomach type cancer. So all of that is in the same area. So we need to have a screening that we can be screened so that they can catch us and be proactive and catch, so we can have time to get any services that we may need, if that's the right terminology. So yeah, I'm sorry, Country Boy, to cut you off on that, but I forgot to say that. So very important. $5, five, 1, 2, 3, 4, $5 towards our cause of finding a cure or finding just a screening. And the screening is most important. And if somebody out there say, well, there is a screening, I'm just telling you what my doctor told me when I went to try to go get a screening, because of course that's the first thing. My daughter even told me, they've been fussing at me about my health, my eating and my sodas and stuff, because they're saying, which I didn't know they even felt that way until she said it. She says, Mama, I lost 2 of my grandparents this summer. I'm trying to make sure I do better so that I can continue to be mobile. So, which I've already been thinking about, with this, why we need the screening. So anyway, let me know. I'm posting it on the on social medias. But if you don't see it or something, you can reach out to me, inbox me, call me. My number's all over the internet anyway. Email me, whatever the case may be. If you want to know how to donate your $5 or to join us on the walk on Saturday morning at 8:00, contact me.
There you go. Hey, Jeff, you heard that? You hear that, Jeff? You think Jeff listening?
Who is Jeff?
Basil.
Yeah. No, you what? Yeah. But you know who else? I reached out to Sheila Jackson Lee's camp to join the walk on behalf of her.
Right.
And I know they busy. I know they busy. But they could definitely respond back, because they should be a part of this walk too, being that she passed away of this horrible same disease that's taking people so fast the way they can't even think. Yeah, that was a little disappointing to me. Being that she was a type that was going to jump on stuff quick. You know what I mean? She hears something, she there. No matter what you thought of her as a supervisor per se to people, in her job, she did a fabulous job. And she was there. She was just like Sylvester Turner. It had to be 4 or 5 of them. Because you go to this event and you go somewhere 5 minutes later, they there too.
Yep.
So anybody that happens to be looking on here that knows Sheila Jackson Lee's camp, reach out to them. Let them know that the Pancreatic Cancer Walk is on Saturday, and somebody from their camp should definitely be there and get this on the roll. All right, I just threw those 2 cents in there.
There you go. Well, look, thank y'all.
I'm getting to sound like you, huh?
You start. Hey, there you go.
I done found out.
Hey, there you go. That what they look. They say in the country, if you feed them long enough, they'll look like you.
Oh, that's funny. I haven't heard that one, Country Boy, but I know if you live together too long, you be around each other too long, you know that. I do know that.
What they say, them children ain't yours. You feed them long enough, they start looking like no, they would.
All y'all children belong to all y'all, because all y'all cousins down there.
Oh, love, look here. Thank y'all so very much. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you for your support. We greatly appreciate it so very much. We're honored to have you tune in, because you could have done anything you wanted to. You could have been anywhere else you wanted to. You could have heard anybody else you wanted to, but you stopped by this place, and we're grateful. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, each and every one of you. Thank you so very much. Continue to follow Lil Diva. Y'all go and follow her on all her platforms. Go like, support, share.
Pray for the Rockets, y'all. Hold them down. Come on now. Hold them down. Pray for the Rockets.
What she said.
Support the Rockets. Go Rockets, go. Go Rockets, go. Go Rockets, go.
I ain't got no dog in that fight.
It's my city. It's my city. I love my
Yeah.
city. And these young guys, they just can do this. So
Yes.
anyway, keep the Rockets in your thoughts. And Miss Julie, we keep you're in our thoughts and prayers, you and your family.
But yes, most definitely. Y'all continue to stay prayed up, continues to be vigilant. Man, once more again, I say this, and there's so much going on, but do not get distracted by the distractions. Do not get distracted by the distractions. Continue to walk in your purpose. Continue to walk in your vision. Know how important it is for you to do yours, for you to continue on your path. You have a vision, you have a purpose, you have a reason. Just walk in it. Don't worry about who supports, who don't support. Don't worry about who's going to be there, who ain't there. Don't worry about the ones who left. Because as they said, if they left, they weren't supposed to be there no way. They can't go with you if they left. So don't worry about them. Let them do what they do. You continue to do what you've been called to do. Before I say the last words, I will say this wonderful, wonderful prayer for each and every one. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for your grace. Thank you for your mercy. Thank you for allowing us to gather once more again. Father God, continue to watch over, continue to guide, to continue to protect each and every one. Father God, I ask that your will be done, not our will, but your will. I ask that your will be done. In the words of Pastor Broussard, when our will lines up with your will, then you will. Father God, so I ask that your will be done. Father God, for each and every one, I pray for wisdom, strength, and understanding. I ain't finna pray for nobody to get no money. I ain't finna pray for nobody to get no wife, no husband, no healing. I am going to pray for wisdom, strength, and understanding for each and every one, and that your will is done. Because what I want may not be what you want for me, but what I want is what you want for me. I ask these prayers in your son Jesus' name. Amen. Amen.
Well, now you keep on praying for me some money.
That might not be what God wants for you.
Yeah, he want me to have some money.
But he may want for you. Look, he may want for you to get the money. He ain't gonna give you the money. But look, he didn't give you the instructions on how to get the money. Now, what you have to do is follow the instructions.
Did he give me the instructions?
Oh, he gave you the instructions. He gave all us the instructions.
Okay.
Look, if we ain't where we think we need to be, we where we need to be to get to where he wants us to be.
Ooh, I feel you. I get that one to you. I'll let you have that one.
Look here. On behalf of myself, the Louisiana Country Boy, and my co-host, the fabulous, the wonderful, the marvelous little Diva. I say these words with my chest stuck out. My chest stuck out. Boom! On my chest stuck out. I say these words. I say it. Understand this. This is just not some cute little cliche. I say it with my heart. On behalf of myself and the little Diva, understand this, is that we love you. 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 We love you unconditionally. And there ain't nothing, absolutely, positively nothing that you
can do about it.
And we up out of here. We finna go. I done ate my collard greens. I need to go find me some